This chapter is about internal alignment. So the learning objective from here is explain factors needed in defining pay structure. So the understanding internal alignment is internal alignment, often called internal equity, refers to the pay relationship among different job, skill, competency within a single organization. Internal alignment also acts as one of compensation strategy alternative. So internal alignment as a compensation strategy. Issues in strategy approach to pay setting objective internal alignment addresses relationship inside the organization, and the relationship form a pay structure that should support the organization strategy, support the workflow, motivate behavior toward organization objective, and the varied pay structure and why. An internal pay structure can be defined by a number of levels of work, pay differential between the levels, and criteria or basis used to determine those level and differential. So the what shape internal structure, the external and organization factor influence how international act. We can we can see that from the external factors, organizational factors, and internal structure. From the external factor, we know about the economic and organization factors, about the strategy and internal structure with the level differential criteria. So the strategic choices in designing international structure, fitting or tailoring the pay structure to be internally aligned involves two strategic choices. How tailor to organization design and workflow to make the structure, and how to distribute pay throughout the level in the structure. And tailor versus loosely coupled. Tailor, well-designed job with detailed step or task and very small pay differential among jobs. And loosely coupled requires constant innovation. So egalitarian versus hierarchical continue. This is hierarchical structures. Send the message that the organization values the differences in work content, individual skill, and contribution to the organization. And multiple levels include detail and description of work down of each level. So the outline responsibility for each. So the egalitarian versus hierarchy, egalitarian structure send the message that all employees are valued equally. So the advantage, fewer levels and smaller differential between just between the value inequality between the adjacent level and between highest lower paid workers. And disadvantage, averageism bring to light that equal treatment can mean more knowledge employees and feel underpaid. So the equity theory, fairness. The research suggests that employees judge fairness by multiple comparison, comparing to job similar to their own, comparing their job to others at the same employer, to comparing the job pay against external pay level. So the tournament theory, motivation and performance. All players will play better in the first tournament where the price differential are larger, and the greater difference between employee salary and the boss harder he or she will work. And the several studies have given rise to winner takes all and does not directly address turnover. So the institutional model copy others, very few first movers. So the consequences of internally aligned pay structure is pay structures that undertake training, increase experience, reduce turnover, and facilitate career progression, facilitate performance, reduce pay-related grievances, and reduce pay-related work stoppage. So the question about this chapter is why is that companies have the tendency to have an average of equal employee salary rate? A, to increase company profits, B, to avoid turnover, C, to make things easier to employees, and D, to reduce costs. And the answer is to avoid turnover. That's the chapter of about the this performance for appraisal. Thank you.